Hey, what's going on, two people? We got Olivia and Moonlight are the only people here. Oh, my hair's still up. I don't need that to be happening anymore. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I am sorry that this is happening so late. I got a once in a lifetime opportunity this afternoon to go and hang out with my girlfriend and walk a doggy. So I went and we walked a little doggy. And you know what? Sometimes that makes the stream go a little late. But we're here and we're doing it, right? You know, you guys. It's those of you across the country. It's 11 o'clock, but we won't go too late. It's only gonna be a half-hour stream. So Olivia says, "Hi, yesterday was birthday. I'm 16 years old." Bye, and then she just leaves like. So happy birthday, Olivia! If you're watching this at any point in history. Moonlight, hi, Moonlight. Silver Mist, today was my first day at camp as a camp counselor. Well, that's great, Silver Mist. I hope that no one got murdered, which is, a pretty typical trope for a camp story. Camp Murder, I believe, is the most famous movie in which that happens. But yeah, don't let anybody get murdered. Thanks. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Hey, Christine, sorta being here. You're probably half asleep. Ibito, this is a first. Yeah, it's a first being this late. Fabulous RJ, hi there. Yeah, everybody. Sorry. Hey, Karen, I'm sorry it's so late. I'm sorry, okay? Maybe get off my case about it. I thought I was going to be able to get around to this by like 5, maybe 6 o'clock, but it happened when it happened. Now it's 8 o'clock and we're doing it because I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And today we can do a stream because it's still technically today for most of you. Hey, Matthew Green. So what people Amada was asking me where that photo came from that I posted alongside the first stream's announcement. And that was from my trip to Scotland where I went to meet Farlight. I'm sure some of you are familiar with Farlight. AKA Loki on Midgard cosplayer, one of the original well-known Loki cosplayers. But my mom had always wanted to go to Scotland, so when I had money coming in, I was like, hey, let's take a trip. We'll go to the UK. We'll stop by Scotland for a little while, and we did those things. And on my way, I was like, who lives in Scotland is that really famous Loki cosplayer who by then I had gotten to talk to and know. And so I stopped by their place, and I got to meet Farlight and Will, and they were great. And I got to try on some clothes, one of which was a dress, like a lolly dress, that Farlight had worn as a angry Loki in a dress photo, and I sort of wanted to reproduce that. And the second one was that kilt that you saw in the photo that I posted on Facebook and Twitter. So that's where that came from. And I'm told I should wear a kilt more often. But I don't really have money to be investing in kilts right now. Money Montserrat. ¿Qué? ¿Qué tal? I thought the only camp that has murder was Camp Crystal Lake. I'm talking about Camp Murder Mountain. You know what I'm talking about. Club Dread. That was kind of more of a vacation destination. Leaving working for Disney at the end of June, kind of bittersweet, but I'm moving on to something better. That sounds great, Matthew Green. Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, as far as I can tell, Disney is a fine place to make it by. Get by on whatever they pay you. But not a great place to stay for a career. Unless you're in a higher up position, in which case then you definitely want it as a career. But yeah, I don't know. Disney's tough because it's they own everything and they have all this money, but they don't necessarily pay everyone all that well. What are you gonna do? Sheep tummy is my favorite food over there. Haggis. You're talking about haggis, and I did try some haggis. It was pretty good. I can't say I'd have it all the time, in that I've kind of gone vegetarian, but it was quite a bit more tasty than I thought it would be. So, the general in consensus is that haggis gets a thumbs up. Speak Spanish. I only speak un poquito Espanol, Moonlight. I knew a lot more Spanish whenever I work in a job where I'm around a lot of Spanish speaking people. I'll typically, my Spanish will become a lot better, but it's been over a year since I've had that kind of job, so my Spanish is pretty rusty right now. No es bueno. No está bueno. Por la momenta. I don't know. You are a god of Spanish, Moonlight. That's quite a claim. I don't even know what that means. Is that like that your first name is like what would God be? Like, is your first name Dio? Ay Dios mío. Oh, I see. You're just trying to do a Loki thing. Yeah, not as entertaining. I don't know. The Loki jokes. What are you gonna do? But I was telling the morning people, or the afternoon people, I guess, since we did the other stream at noon. I was telling them about my weekend. I got the distinct honor of getting to... Oh, there's a little kitty cat. Look at that. Right there. See her little ears prick up when I do that? She's mad because I'm not petting her right now. Anyways, I was telling the... you need our book speaking Boricua because our way to speak Spanish in Puerto Rico is so different from other countries. Really? Huh. Interesting. I mean, I guess that's kind of the way. Like, even I worked when I was working a summer job in college. I worked with a lot of guys from Guatemala, and they had a lot of different swear words than some of the guys that I got to meet in California who spoke Spanish from Mexico or El Salvador or even Colombia. So, yeah, I mean, it's all different, I guess. All the dialects are different, but it's fun to kind of learn the different, like, swear words. It seems like those are the big divergent differentiation points. Have you watched this year's E3? If so, what are your thoughts about upcoming games? Chris, I didn't see a lot of the footage from E3. All I saw was the new Smash Brothers characters, which I'm excited about. Banjo-Kazooie and the hero from Dragon Quest III. They're both really cool looking. And the Doom Eternal gameplay, which also looked cool. I mean, it honestly looked a lot like the last Doom game, but that's fine. I mean, the last Doom game was dope, so I'll take it. Other than that, I'm not super interested. All this, like, new Zelda shit that seems to happen every year that everyone gets all hyped up about, like, I just don't care. I never played any of the Zelda games. So, you know, it was a big announcement. People are hyped about it, but I'm never going to buy it or play it. I got my Switch. I got my Mario Odyssey. I got my Yoshi's Woolly World, or Yoshi's Crafted World. And then, of course, I have my Smash Brothers. But, I mean, my big game of the year so far has been Mystic Vale. I've been playing a shit ton of Mystic Vale on my computer. I just bought the new expansion for my physical copy that you can play on a tabletop, but my friends are never around. So, I barely ever get to play with them. But I'll get around to it eventually. But other than E3's a whole culture. I don't love the E3 people. They're so up their own asses about being on top of the latest and greatest and newest and cutting edge and next gen and whatever. And it's like, it's too much, man. It's too expensive to buy. It's too much of a snooty crowd to keep up with, like, who likes what and which was the better version of the game. It's too much. Um, Anime Expo may be my last con for a while because of the new job requirements. I'm also gonna try to get my new Critical Role cosplay, Scanian, ready to wear. Well, awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's insane how sort of elaborate the Critical Role cosplays I've seen have been, and I look forward to seeing your new one. Like, Anime Expo's another one where it's like I can go there and hang out with some people I know, but for the most part, I don't have the chops for Anime Expo attendance. Like, it's hard. Those people are hardcore weebs, and I just don't know the language. Even calling My Hero Academia Boku no Hero Academia, like, it's too much for me. I feel like I'm under deserving of using the correct terminology. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to be stopping in to Anime Expo this year. But then again, who knows? Oh, I think I'm actually helping out at an event at Anime Expo. Party Plus Ultra, is that what it's called? Or is that the after party for San Diego Comic Con? Either way, I may be helping out at an after party at Anime Expo. But I hope maybe I'll get to see you there. We'll see. My English teachers don't even know Spanish, and they have Mexican parents. So say cuss words in Spanish, take that, Captain America. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to try to show off my knowledge of cuss words in Spanish, and I hope that you aren't either. Like, if it's just a sort of showcase, then why bother? Speaking of Zelda, have you ever thought of cosplaying as Link? I have not. I don't know. I'm a little less wholesome than the typical Link cosplayer, and I'd probably have to get a wig, and I'm not a big fan of that. Hey, Melissa. I would probably more likely cosplay something from Star Fox. I mean, if I'm going to be a Nintendo character, I've already been Ness. But Link, not as much. I just don't love the character. Like, I don't know. He is what he is. I never had any real attachment to him. Anime is for the weebs and otaku. Scanlan. What did I say when you said something better? I said Scanlan, and you say Scanlan. Scanny-lanny. Man, I'll tell you what though. As far as D&D and streaming and people being fans of it goes, I talked to a few people that went to that D&D live event, and from what I hear, the tickets were about $300, and I don't know why people would take part in that. Like, hey Emma, don't worry, you're fine. Don't even sweat it. But like, people paying that much to go and watch someone else play D&D in a single room. It's not even a real convention. It's like a room where you watch people play D&D online. I think it's a massive ripoff. Like, it's just so crazy that amount of money could go towards one event in one room. And you don't really get to walk home with anything. It's too much for me to handle. But again, I mean, Critical Role's raising literally millions of dollars to animate their shit. So, I mean, obviously it's a product that's worth investing in, or else people wouldn't be putting their money towards it. Only my cats are mad at me, or they would be with me too. Yeah, I mean, my cat's pretty mad at me as well. She just wants me to go and pet her. I wouldn't mind going to pet her, but then you probably wouldn't be able to hear me because I'd be too far from the microphone. Look how far away from the microphone I'd be. Okay. Huh. I've heard that YouTube is shutting down channels that get less than 10,000 viewers per video. Any thoughts on this? Chris, there's no way. There's no possible way that YouTube would shut out most of, because that's most of their viewerships. Like, they would have to cut out 99% of the people posting videos to YouTube, and they'd stagnate. Like, they would just give all of their traffic to, you know, the 1% of their sort of aristocracy, and that's, I think they'd die. They'd die if they did that. I've never been to one of those, but I have been to 2 Comic-Cons. Yeah, and Comic-Con is another one that's way too expensive. That's like $250, and yeah, it's for like 5 days, and it's a massive kind of conglomeration of businesses and people, but it's still a lot of money to basically walk around on your own. Although you do get to go to a lot of panels and stuff. Like, there's something that's provided. You can take home a lot of free sort of merchandise, but a single D&D event, I don't think it's worth more than Comic-Con. Certainly not. I just gave them a bath. Oh, the kitty's got a bath, Melissa. Oh boy. Do you know Markiplier? I know of him. I have a certain amount of hesitancy to patronize or watch in any way any of these streaming people. Like, someone who's become a millionaire off of making internet videos, it rubs me the wrong way. It makes me not want to listen to what they have to say, because I feel like that's a great way to get out of touch with things. I actually know somebody, I got to meet somebody who does full-time YouTube stuff, and I don't know, a little hard to get along with. Like, they seem really kind of like they're big timing you all the time. You know what I mean? What I'm talking about? And Markiplier, I'm willing to bet, would be one of those people where you meet him and he's a nice guy or whatever, but then, you know, he's got interesting people to see and do and stuff. So it scares the shit out of me when he screams. Oh man, I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I mean, stuck up is a word. I don't know. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not that serious, but internet celebrities are tough to deal with. From those I've met, Dead Purple is here. Hi, Dead Purple. How's it going? I never know where you are. I always feel like you're in LA, despite the fact that you don't live in LA. You just stop by here every like 3rd day of the week. I'm not gonna go pet the kitty. She's too far away. And I'm supposed to be talking to you guys. That's my whole job here. That's my whole reason for doing this stuff. We got 12 minutes left, and we're gonna spend it talking. God damn it. But yeah, so I didn't start until 8 because I went and walked a dog-sitting dog with Amada. Amada kind of has a little side gig of dog-sitting for people and cat-sitting. Ooh, what are you doing over there, little baby? Giving it a little stretch? Touching some stuff? That's pretty cool, I guess. But we ended up hanging out there for a little longer than expected. Then we came back here and had some veggie burgers, and that took a while because you got to bake them. And then it just was 8 o'clock, and I was like, okay, well, we'll stream now, I guess. Yes, you're in SoCal too often. You are. I know what's going on. Chit-chatting as you do on live streams. It's true fabulous, RJ. So, which do you like more, dog sitting or cat sitting, or is it both? I mean, it depends. Like, I used to be 100% like, dogs are the best. Dogs are, you know, the ones that I want to be around all the time. But I've met some pretty goddamn charismatic kitties. There's some real nice kitties out there. And if you get the right kitty, I could see it being a better experience than being with a dog who's just a little off. You know, a dog who doesn't know how to behave himself is not as desirable as a kitty who does know how to behave himself and be real nice and real lovey. Luckily, the place that Amada was dog and cat sitting for this weekend has both a delightful, 3 delightful cats and 1 delightful little dog who's a little stinky, but he's a good boy. So we got to. I was actually given permission to kind of go and hang out with her while the dog and cat sitting was going on. So that was fun. We got to hang out in just somebody else's apartment for a little while and play Yoshi instead of playing it at my apartment. So that's how that went. In SoCal too often, chit-chatting, Miss Amada and you. Yeah, well, I mean, anytime you're in town, you know, it's so easy to say, anytime you're in town, give us a call, but it's like, we always have some stupid shit going on where it's like, it's the weekend. We've planned, this coming weekend, we plan to go to the beach. So we're going to go to the beach. That's going to take a whole goddamn day. And then we may end up driving down and seeing some other friends of ours who live closer to San Diego and maybe staying the night there. But who knows? So far, I managed to get tickets for all 4 days of New York Comic Con, but I still have yet to find a hotel. Any ideas? Well, Chris, I mean, that's tough. Hotels in New York. Airbnb might be something to look into, but no matter what, it's going to be expensive. I mean, you could start looking into, like, southeastern Connecticut and maybe taking the train in. People commute. You'd have to get up an extra hour early in the morning. Oh, look at your cat. What are you doing? She's giving herself a bath back there. But yeah, I mean, I am not an expert on New York City. I have a few friends that live there, but not enough to really recommend anything for you, Chris, and I'm sorry about that, because I want to be able to help you out, but New York is like it's like a nightmare as far as trying to like get deals or things to happen for you, because I mean, the whole city's just completely packed. It's packed full of people, so there's no extra room, there's no new sort of opportunities. Every resource is being taken up. So, I mean, keep looking for deals, keep asking around. Try Airbnb, try Craigslist, and don't be afraid to commute in. You know, look into Amtrak tickets, sort of daily commuter line tickets. Karen recommends the Azure Hotel. Maybe that's something worth checking out. I haven't stayed in New York in a long time. Last time I went, I stayed with some friends, and they were a lot of fun, but that was 2008, I think, or 2007. So, you know, things have probably evolved even worse. Craigslist shut down, basically. It makes people pay to list things. No way, Melissa. That's not true. I listed something on Craigslist like a couple of weeks ago. I hope that's not true. I plan on listing something on Craigslist very soon. Maybe look for a Hampton Inn. Yeah, that's all right. You know what? I'm about to list something on Craigslist right now. Watch this. Here we are, going to Craigslist. I'm gonna go to for sale. Okay. I'm gonna post my area code. For sale by owner. Arts and crafts. Let's see. Electronics. Appliances by owner, because I got an air conditioner. Air conditioner. Price $90. City or neighborhood, Los Angeles. It's a Frigidaire. Model name, number. Yeah, I think that's the one. Condition. Let's say good. Cool. I have an air conditioner. Ready. Continue. Continue. Add images. I'm gonna post. So far I haven't been prompted for anything. So far so good, guys. Okay, open. Let's put this one first. They're loading. I swear they're loading. I'm gonna get this listing done. Here it goes, done with images. I'm just gonna publish it. Yeah, it's done. I didn't have to pay shit. In your face. In your face, Melissa. I just posted that shit straight up to Craigslist. I might not actually finalize it because I'd like to put a better description in than I have an air conditioner. But still, that's done. Don't you ever tell me what's going on with Facebook again. In your face. Maybe it's city to city. Who knows? My brother used to use it all the time for car. Oh, well, maybe it's for cars. I could imagine it being for cars because I think there is like there's a certain like tax thing that you have to do for cars, but I don't know. It's for small appliances and stuff. I don't think they're gonna sweat it too much. Hey Nico-chan, air conditioning cool. Feeding my fat cat Thor while my skinny cat Loki on his green cat hamper sleeping while Thor is a butt when he is hungry. Dear Lord, help me. Okay, that's a lot. We got to talk about your sentence structure, Moonlight. I'm glad it works. He always used to use it for cars. Yeah, I think it's the cars thing, Melissa. I think that might be the case, because there's definitely stuff that gets tracked by the state for cars. No prob, Chris. New York NYCC transportation only goes as far as Broadway, so you have to take an Uber or a taxi. Yeah. Might have luck finding a hotel room though. Yeah, I mean, even for San Diego, my whole mode that I do is this year I'm gonna hopefully have a friend that I can just stay with. But if not, then the plan is always to get a room that is outside of the city proper and take public transportation in, because otherwise it's just too expensive. They triple, quadruple those hotel prices over the weekend of San Diego Comic-Con, and I can't pay thousands of dollars to stay in a room so that I can go to a con that I'm spending money at, and then pay $40-$50 for lunch every day because all the goddamn restaurants jack up their prices too. I also live in Chicago. I have a feeling that has something to do with it. It might be, Melissa. I mean, I didn't really mean to say like in your face, but I was just happy Craigslist wasn't charging me. So pardon me for being obnoxious for a minute. I absolutely believe that something in the past few years probably has changed with Craigslist, but it's not anything that affects me yet. Do you like One Punch? I do like One Punch. I'm waiting to see the second season, but I don't know where to find it. I don't have Crunchyroll or anything, so if anyone knows where I can see the season 2 of One Punch Man without having to torrent it, let me know. I'm glad you're happy, though. It brings me happiness, too. Oh, thanks, Melissa. That's real nice. So yeah, we got about 2 minutes left with our remaining time. Let's just say that WCO.TV, Dath? Maybe I'll check that out. Moonlight, don't be sad. I think Newark, New Jersey, or Staten Island would be better choices to find a hotel. Yeah, sure. Try it out, Chris. But make sure you look for transportation options. You can watch it WCO.TV. Let me see what WCO.TV is going on. TV. Watch cartoon online. Let me try putting One Punch in here. One Punch. Okay, One Punch Man. English subbed. Yeah, I like the subs. So, oh, there it is. Yep. So that's confirmed. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Ooh, does it have My Hero Academia too? Academia. I was just recommending My Hero Academia to a friend who was in town. He had, what did he say? Oh, he said he liked One Punch Man, and I was like, oh, you should check out My Hero Academia. English subbed, and then I think that's the dubs. I like the subs myself. I can't remember how far I had gotten in this. I'm guessing I've only seen season 2. What is OVA 1 and OVA 2? Is that a movie? Who knows? You have anime too. I have VRV on my phone. I've used VRV. Do they have the new episodes up on that? Maybe I'll check that out. Alright, well anyways, it's 8:30. So, maybe I'll spend some time tonight watching a little anime. Maybe I won't. I should be drawing. If anyone follows my Twitter, you know that I've been using up a fair amount of my drawing time on blank slate fan art, and I'm not regretting it, but it's definitely doing the thing. It's definitely eating up some of that time. Elizabeth Station, right outside Newark, goes into the city, I believe. Yeah, Chris, see if you can stay near there. Fat shaming me, and I told her, fat, don't pound your face, dollar store makeup. And this guy was like, ooh. Well, it's cool to get a clap back every once in a while, Moonlight, but don't spend your time being angry at people. It's not a great way to live. Take it from a former angry young man. Just do your best to be good to those around you, and to those who are being shitty to you, just get yourself away from them, I guess. Alright, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off. I hope you're all safe and sleepy, and you get some good sleep, and you didn't stay up too late watching this bullshit. But I'll talk to you all soon. And Chris, I hope you find your thing. Good night, Janice. I didn't notice you were here, but you're here now, so good night. Felt so good she picks on me in middle school. Well, she'll get hers, Moonlight. But I'll see you guys soon. Miss you, love you, bye. Bye. Goodbye, a dear, a female dear. See you later.